What's up, guys? This is Bull by the Fell-Handed, and today we have a little bat chat action for you on Mine's standard battle. The Greens have taken the northwestern spawn and the Reds the southeastern. Now there's a few different ways to run this map. If you're in a medium tank, let alone a bat chat, a very favorite area is the hill there, the middle of the hill there, E7. I'm not a fan of that. It just seems like throwing good tanks after bad. It's a big contest to see who can, pump out the most damage, kill the most people. And I'm not all about that. I would much rather win with nobody knowing I was even playing. So anyway, what I normally like to do is run down to K1. If I start on this particular flank, as you can see here, I got off to a late start, and it was probably a blessing because they are really lousy in the K1 area. I would have had a lot of issues. We've got a guy at H1, K1, we've got a guy at J3. We also have some extra fire support. We have a TD there, it looks like at K6. So there was a lot of guys who could unfortunately shoot at us. So I'm having to adjust my battle plan. I'm putting some rounds down range here. Looks like the last one didn't connect. That's fine. We've still got two in the clip, so we have a little bit of room to work. So there's definitely some possibility here. I could probably sneak up and put off these last two rounds. It's a little too early in the game for a tactical reload, in the sense that, I've got good rounds in the clip here, and we have targets. We just kind of have to get in the position to shoot said targets. Now, I'm a big fan of reload reposition, but you know what? This is a small map. I don't think it's going to be possible aside from running the opposite flank. And unfortunately, as you can see over there, it's a D7, D8. We don't really have a whole lot of intel over there. So the idea here is, we're not in the frontline combat, but at the same time we can still make an impact. So we're just going to kind of reposition and see if there's any shots. And of course, we decided to go ahead and do a reload because you know what? There was a good 30 seconds where we didn't shoot at anything, and we might as well go ahead and drop the mag and get a fresh clip in. Looks like there's a lot of action going on there at the primary push point. And, unfortunately, we have a gent on the other side of the map there where I said we didn't have a lot of intel. And it looks like he's kind of biased lonely. The downside is he can't really see the guys defending at the base there. It looks like we just had a tank destroyer lit up. So I said, you know what, we really need to make some things happen. I need to go down here. I need to start clipping people out. We've got this gentleman right here. It looks like I rushed it, and then we drove right over top of him. That's okay. I'll take a rush shot over skateboarding on top of somebody. We have a gentleman right over here. We are going to try to come in quick. It looks like I rushed the shot, and then we put one into the side. You have to be very cautious. A lot of times, people don't take the time to aim, but, when you're in a situation like that where you have a lot of tanks looking at you, it seems to me like it would be better off, spent, say, for example, even rushing a shot and not aiming, see if you can connect with it. I mean, obviously, there's times to aim and there's times not to. And, in the times where I feel that, it is imperative that I get out of line of fire of other tanks, not just the one I'm facing, yeah, sometimes you have to make those auto-lock shots. Okay, so enough about auto-lock shots. We have a lot of shots up here at the top of the hill here. We're going to see if we can't put some rounds down range, put a good shot inside of that gentleman. We ended up taking him out. We took another gentleman out, and we've got lots of shots. Three for three. We're just going clip crazy right now. We're just making it happen. We had one round in the mag. We're going to go ahead and dump the mag, get a reload going, and now we're back on work here. We had a gentleman there spot some hit something I spotted there, so that's perfect. And so we're ready to go. We just have a few more seconds here on the gun, and then we can possibly move in, make some more things happen. We don't necessarily want to rush in. I mean, a lot of times I try to time the cadence of the gun with, when I'm going to be in a perfect position to fire. But in some cases you can't really do that simply because the map really hasn't opened up to your liking yet. As you can see there, it took a round on the way up. I was watching this gentleman up here. I know he just took off to try to, I think, move towards the cap because he spotted my compadre over there pushing up. Either way, we're just going to sit here until we break contact. There's no sense going out there while you're spotted and known. We've got some good shots here. Put one right in there. Put another one in. This gentleman's definitely in trouble and finished him off. Fantastic news. 2 in the clip. Only 3 gentlemen left on the board. Not a whole lot to shoot at right now. I tried that Hail Mary shot. I didn't expect it to happen, and it did not. I was not disappointed in it happening. We're going to go ahead and get on another reload here. So we're running through the clip fairly well. We still have a few guys left on the board here. A few things we need to tighten up some loose ends, and we're going to take it from there. As a team, we're holding everything together. The greens and the yellows together. We're making it happen. I'm going to see if I can't kind of creep up on this gentleman guarding the cap and possibly pull up behind him and give him what for. See if I can't, get in there and clip him out properly, so to speak. It looks like he is not focused in this area, which is fantastic. And then he gets removed. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and focus on this other gentleman. Now, I'm going to show you guys here in a moment what I consider, when you should aim, when you should auto-lock, to kind of break it down, because I know a lot of people have issues. They message me and they say, I'm not really sure when to aim, when to auto-lock, da-da-da. I'm going to kind of go over that right now. This was a perfect example, and that's why I decided to choose this clip and show you guys. We have a nearly full health Jagdpanzer up here that we're going to sneak up on. So as you can see here, we're going to go ahead and scope this in. Put one right there in his back, tagging him right there. And then as soon as the gun cycles up, you can see here he's moving. He is trying to counter me as best he can. We are aimed, not in the sniper mode. We're going to put another one in his back. So right now we're aiming, you see. So now we're going to go ahead and auto-lock because I have the advantage now. And I'm going to get at a square 90 with the back of his tank. Typically, that'll go through. I'm not going to say every time. Okay, so now he's moving again, so now I'm aiming again because it's possible I could get a bounce off of that. We put another one in there that we aimed. Not sniper mode, just cannon mode, I guess, if that is a thing. And now we're tracking again, and he's turning to try to counter us yet again, and we're going to put one right in the side, and then kablamo. So that's kind of when to auto-lock or not to auto-lock, I guess, if that makes sense. Either way, we had a decent game. We didn't do awful. We didn't do absolutely fantastic. We did fairly well. 5,400 combined damage. Also, guys, I have a double feature. The second one is the LTTB driven by Midnight Joker. So let's go ahead, get in there, and see what he's doing. Obviously, we can tell this this game takes place on Sand River, and it looks like right now he's essentially just spotting the bad guys. This is good, so that way you guys can know when to scout, when to leave, that so on and so forth. Because you don't necessarily want to scout when you're being overrun. And as you can see right here, Midnight Joker has no backup. There's only 2 tanks down the range here, J7, J8 area. There's not a lot they could do for him if he were to get rolled. There's not a lot they can do for him now, and he is leaving. So keep that in mind, guys, that if you don't have a lot of shooters behind you, a lot of tanks behind you, there's no reason for you to be up there. I mean, obviously you need to spot what people can shoot. But if there's nobody in range, then, your protection is dissolving, in other words. Okay, moving on. So we're getting a lot of assist damage. We took a round. It's not for lack of trying. Everybody on this side of the map is shooting at us. That's fine. We are getting out of here. LTDB has excellent rear armor. I'm sure some of you have bounced off the rear of these things before. They're pretty daggone awesome. At any rate, we've got a lot going on here. The map is very busy. We're going to try to take some clutch shots here at this gentleman. You know, he is trying to get out of here. We're going to try to stop him from getting out of here. He fired the derp and missed. If he hit us in the side of that derp, it would not have been pretty. Put another shot at him right there. And, you know, he is still all about trying to leave. I don't blame him one bit. You should never just lay there and take it. We're having a little bit of problems ourselves. Physics, what are you going to do? And we get rid of that gentleman off. Remove him off the board. So now that we are unengaged, we are free and clear to kind of go about our own way. We have a lot of targets, many targets of opportunity to our 9 o'clock there, if you follow the hull lines when we pulled up on the little landing right there. So we are going to go ahead and displace, reposition, and kind of get our bearings together, see what we can get going on. We just dodged around. It's time for us to play the lottery because that bad boy was close. We've got a clicker down here. We don't necessarily want the clicker to die as long as they're on our team. We're going to see if we can't zoom around the side here, put a shot in the side. We did. We managed to connect that. He is tracking us. These Russian Soviets, mediums, the DPM on these things is incredible. So we are going to try to out DPM this gentleman. We don't know if it's going to happen, but you know what? We're going to give it a shot. This is a knife fight for sure. That's the only way this thing can be described. We're putting rounds on him, and we finally get the better of him, and now we're out. We can't necessarily survive another engagement like that, but you know what? We all work together as a team. The clicker and I, or the clicker and Joker, so we made it happen. We're still have a lot of work to do. We're still open for business. We put a good shot in that gent coming up right there. Now we're just going to back up while we reload, and hopefully our 5355 can do the heavy lifting. It looks like he's still out there. There's not much left of him, but you know what? Maybe we can go in here and maybe we can finish this guy off. I don't know. We'll just have to watch and see. Looks like we have the clicker on our team. Another clicker decided to shotgun him. Fantastic work there. We are whittling these guys down to literally nothing, almost nothing, and that's exactly what, you know, good team play is. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you guys next time.